I'm like feeling this like fall. I'm like ready for fall. Can you tell? I'm like wearing plaid and like bright red lipstick and then like drinking my coffee. I'm just like totally over summer right now. I love cold weather. I love it. I like wearing leggings and boots and scarves and jackets and all of that stuff. I just miss it. Hi guys, so today's video is my current foundation and contour routine. So today I'm going to tell you guys what my favorite primers, foundations, and contour powders and cream contours and that kind of thing. If you guys want to know my current foundation and contour routine, please keep watching. So first off, we're going to start with primers. My favorite primer is either the Nivea Men's Sensitive Post Shave Balm. I know that sounds weird. If you're not really into the beauty community here on YouTube, you've probably never heard of this, but it's actually really, really good. Nikki Tutorials was the one that started it. Anyway, it's really good. If I'm not using the Men's Nivea Shave Balm, I use the Laura Geller's Spackle Under Makeup Primer. This is the little one. I think I got it with a gift with purchase at Ulta. And I fell in love with it. When I run out of this one, I'm gonna definitely go buy the big one. So we're gonna put that all over. Oh. I really like this primer. It's so nice. It feels almost like lotion actually. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia concealer. This is amazing. This is amazing concealer. I hauled it in one of my earlier videos and it seriously is amazing. This is in the shade 0.5. I'm just gonna be taking a little, this is actually an eyeliner brush by e.l.f. It's a small angled brush. It's amazing. Like, it's good for eyeliner. I like it on my brow bone. I love it. Anyway, so I'm just going to put it over for the two red spots. I do this before I put on foundation because I don't want like white spots under my foundation or over my foundation. Next I'm going to be going in with my beauty blender. I'm going to blend out under my nose. But then the little spots, I'm just going to like pat over. I'm not going to blend them out too much. I'm going to kind of keep them there. So next is foundation. I'm actually going to mix my favorite foundation ever. This is the Kat Von D's Lock-It Foundation. I'm in the shade 44. I love this foundation because the coverage is incredible. It is so nice and so thick. It's, oh gosh, it gives me life. I mix it with a yellower foundation, which this is the Maybelline's Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. This is in sandy beige. Now this is really like yellowy tan for my skin. So I mix it with my Lock-It foundation because my Lock-It foundation is too light and it just ends up being perfect. So then I'm gonna just put a little bit on the back of my hand and then I'm gonna put like maybe one and like a half pumps of the Lock-It foundation. So then I have like the two pumps next to each other. And then I'm gonna take my original eyeliner brush that I had and I'm just going to like mix it. Mix the concoction. It's the foundation cocktail. Okay, so since there's foundation on my eyeliner brush, I'm just going to kind of put it all over. I don't want any to go to waste. So next I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M439. This is just a fat, chubby foundation brush. I'm just going to blend out the foundation that's already on my face. And I pat it, I don't wipe it. I like pat it in. I'm just going to pat it all over. Okay, forehead time. The forehead. Do the forehead. I love this mixture of foundations together. It seriously is just like perfect. After foundation is done, we're going to go back in with the concealer, which is the same Anastasia concealer. I'm going to be taking a bigger concealer brush. This is just from Coastal Scents. It came in like a pack that I got years ago. I'm just going to get a decent amount on the end of my brush. Then I'm just going to take it down the edge of my nose and then I'm going to pull it across. Trying not to like hit my eyeshadow. Cupid's bow, 2 lines, as always. I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to blend it in. I didn't put a lot of the concealer on my chin or my forehead because I'm going back in with the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. Okay, so I blended out my concealer. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. I think this is the light one. Look how messy it is. Probably should clean it before I show it on camera, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm gonna mix the banana shade and this lightest shade. Just gonna pounce my beauty blender in there. Both, get an equal amount of both. I'm gonna start off on my chin. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the broken, basically, end of my beauty blender, and I'm gonna dip it into this coolest shade, which is in the middle. I think that's the shade Java. I'm just going to just lightly, just like a little bit. And then I'm gonna find my cheekbone, and I'm gonna literally put it like on the very end of my cheekbone, if that makes sense. I'm gonna bring it in just a little bit. I'm literally gonna stop at like right where like my eye starts. Okay, blend it in as well as you can. And I'm literally just doing it really lightly, like, because I'm gonna put a powder contour over it, so you don't wanna overdo it too much. So I'm gonna do the other side. This side you'll be able to see better. Right on the cheekbone, like right where your cheekbone starts. Start the contour half in the hollow of your cheek, and then half on the actual, on your actual cheekbone. Okay, so really lightly. Then I'm gonna take my beauty blender, which has the rest of the concealer on it. I'm actually gonna put some of it back on my hand. Just kind of take off some of the excess. And I'm literally going to take it and I'm gonna go back over my contour shade. I just feel like it makes it so much more like natural when you do that. And just kind of makes it a lot more natural, even though it looks like I basically just took it all away. To set my face, I'm going to be using the RCMA No Color Powder. It does come in this kind of obnoxious container, so it's like hard to get your brush or your beauty blender in there. So I actually just used an empty like setting powder, and I emptied it out and I just put the powder in there. It just works the best that way. So this is also damp. This is the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Oh gosh. I like it because it has the flat end. So I'm just going to dip it straight in the powder, covered in powder. And actually first, to make sure, because the concealer is now creasing in my face, I'm gonna go back in with the beauty blender just to kind of make sure there's no creases. And then I'm gonna immediately take the setting powder and I'm gonna set my face. Okay, go back in. I'm gonna get more and I'm gonna go back over what I have because I'm gonna bake it. It's amazing what like the difference is between like baking and then just setting it. Like if you just set it quickly with powder instead of letting it sit on your face and then wipe it away after it's like set, it's insane the difference that it makes. Like it really does make a huge difference and it lasts so much longer. It's crazy. Crazy. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender on the other side. Tap it all in. Make sure there's no creases. Take my Real Techniques, dip it in the powder, put it on my face. Work it up. Ooh, girl. Get more on the Real Techniques sponge, more of the powder. Set that concealer, girl. Set it on a thick, thick powder. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm gonna go right like where my earlobe basically starts. I'm gonna bring it down the side of my face and then down my jawbone because I don't know, I touch my face a lot. I'll like rest my face on my hand and then it will just kind of like eventually throughout the day it will just like disappear. So if I set it really well, then it will stay most of the day. And you don't want to bring it above your contour because then it will just like erase it. Okay, and I'm going to set my forehead because my forehead, oh gosh, it's really sad. My forehead is already has wrinkles. Look at that. My forehead already has wrinkles, which is really sad. Maybe one day I'll get Botox on my forehead to erase my wrinkles. Probably not though. Probably not. Just put it on my nose. I look like a crazy person. Yeah. Now I'm going to be taking the E3 after you let your bake set. And I'm literally just going to kind of blend it all together. And then wipe away the excess powder. I'm going to set the spots where I didn't have powder. Just to make sure everything is good and set. Because once you put the bronzer on, you don't want any foundation that's like tacky or else it will just get blotchy and not very cute. Next is bronzer. I'm going to be using the Morphe M527, just a big bronzer brush. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade light bronzer. I don't know if there's more than one shade. Maybe. It smells like the way summer should smell. Dip it off. Start at your cheeks. Start at like where your contour you put originally. Buff it out. Make sure you're working up instead of working down, because if you work it down, then it just ends up making it. It's like, it's basically counterproductive for your contour. So start small and then work it in. Next side. Gosh, looks so airbrushed. It's so nice. Next is the full head. And just work it down. People call this a bronzer helmet, where it's like dark on tan on the sides and then it's just like white in the middle. Looks like a football helmet. Okay, so I'm just gonna take what's left of my bronzer and I'm just gonna kind of go over just my whole face. Next I'm gonna be taking the original Anastasia powdered contour kit. Looks like this. And I'm gonna be taking the Luxie 512, it's just a little contour brush. It's actually called the small contouring brush. And I'm going to be going into this cool shade, which is the same cool shade, the powder version of the cool shade that I used from the cream contour kit. You're going to put it right where you put the cream contour. Start up high, blend it, and then just kind of work it down. You want it the most concentrated and dark at the top of your cheekbone. Blend it out. Okay, so same with this other side. Start up high, blend it out, and then work it down. Now I'm going to take the banana shade from the original Anastasia powder. Go into your kit. I'm going to be taking the E48, just the small powder brush. I'm going to take that powder and I'm just going to put it under my eyes. In the bridge of my nose, my forehead. Maybe I should be changing the ISO on my camera. You can't really see any of what I'm doing. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change it. I should go down. That's better. Should I keep it there? Should I keep it there? Yes, no, maybe so. You can actually see what I'm doing. I'm gonna leave it there actually. Yes, yes. Now I'm going to be taking this big fat, I call it the blurring brush. It's the Morphe E1 and it's just so big and beautiful and so soft and thick and dense. And I run it over like my contour. I soften it up just lightly, my neck. And it just airbrushes your whole face. Like it just looks so nice. Next I'm going to contour my nose. This is the Morphe M459. It's just a thin, flat brush. With your Anastasia original contour kit. Just contour that nose. at the end. Go back in, the big brush, kind of wearing all that. Okay, so next I'm gonna use blush. This is by Makeup Geek. This is in the shade XOXO. It's a very bright, bright shade. So this is the Morphe E4. It's just an angle brush. I'm gonna just tap it into my blush. It's very, very bright. So start off small. And we're gonna just put it right on the cheekbones. Then work it just slightly above your contour. This just makes your face look like it actually has life. Now that the blush is done, we're gonna do highlighting. So for highlighting, I'm gonna use Opal by Becca. It's just so cute, it's the little one. To apply the highlighter, I'm gonna be using the Morphe M501. And I'm gonna start off at the top. I don't want it too blinding. What? I'm gonna change the ISO back. I don't know if I like it, to be honest. Here we go. Okay. The nose. And I only want to put it on the edge of my nose, just slightly on the forehead, just to kind of lighten it all up. Now that we're done with the whole face, we're gonna set it, and I'm gonna use the Urban Decay's All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Gotta sneeze. Gotta sneeze, gotta sneeze. Actually. So I know I just said it with Urban Decay All Nighter, but I'm also gonna spray it with the badescu. I know, high maintenance. Ooh, pat myself. Cause I'm painting myself. Get it? I'm not cool, I promise. And now to finish off, I'm just going to do my lips. This is the Rimmel's Exaggerated Full Color Lip Liner, and this is in Red Diva. It's gonna match my shirt. Okay, so now I'm going to finish off my lips, and this is the Kat Von D's Studded Lipstick in Underaged Red. This is also the mini. I don't know why, I always have like a bunch of like minis of like the high-end products. It's weird. I like collect them. I just love them. This red color just gives me life. So thank you guys for watching this video. This is just my current foundation and contour routine video. It does change up all the time. Different products come in and different products come out. They switch around, and you know, I learn different techniques, but for right now, this is what it is. Alright guys, so stay tuned for some exciting videos coming up. I'm so stoked about it. Nikki Tutorials just launched her collab with Too Faced. It's the Power of Makeup collection. I did purchase the collection. It's like a set, so it's like $56 for the set, but it's basically a collection because like there's a bunch of items that go in with the collection. So it comes with the palette, the eyeliner, the limited edition purple Better Than Sex mascara, and then it comes with glitter and then a primer. So the palette itself is so gorgeous, and there's so many versatile colors. There's like all of your mattes and your neutrals, and then your like fun, bright, obnoxious colors, and I'm so excited for it. So I'm starting a series, which is the Power of Makeup series with the Nikki Tutorials collection, and I'm going to be doing 3 different eye looks with the palette. So, because I feel like there's so many colors in the palette that I can't just do one tutorial. Like I have to do at least 3 tutorials to like really get the full effect of the collection itself. It's so gorgeous, and I'm so excited for it. And I'm trying to get up videos as soon as possible because I know she is so popular here on YouTube, and everybody and their mom is going to be purchasing it. So it's my job to get the looks out as soon as possible. So those are coming up, I promise. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for the exciting ones coming up very, very soon, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Using the Anastasia concealer. This seriously is amazing. How about I just leave it like this? You know, that doesn't look too terrible. I think so. That was not at all